Good morning and welcome, my C++ students. It's a beautiful Saturday. I'm so happy that we're joined by there's Charlton, there's Marianne on the call, there's Abdul, there's Grace, and a whole lot of others. All right? So in today's lesson, by the way, Charlton, what do you think about my background, Charlton? First law of software quality.
Sorry, come again?
What do you think about my background, Charlton? Have a look at my background. Errors.
That's a good MC squared. More code.
Yeah. The more code you have, the more prone to errors that would occur, right? Remember that in programming as well. So the more lines of code that you include in your program, you're going to get more chances of having an error, right? Okay, so let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's start with that. So Charlton, tell me, where are you calling in from, Charlton?
I'm from Cape Town.
Oh, lovely Cape Town. Tell me, Charlton, quickly, how's the weather out there?
Weather is confused. Hot and cold and windy at the same time.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm in Durban. We got lovely, beautiful, sunny weather, right? But I'm a little bit cold. You can see I'm wearing my jacket. I've got a jersey on as well. Okay, right. Anybody else would like to say hello to us? Anybody else would like to say hello? Unmute and quickly have an intro. Tato.
Hello, Prinavin.
Hello, Tato.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. You want to put your video
on?
Awesome.
How are you doing?
Oh my, look at that. Tato with a tie and a suit. Oh my goodness. Are you an executive, Tato?
No, not really. I'm just a student. That's all.
Great. But you look cute in your, not cute, but you look professional, right? Just for success. I like that. Tato, how's it going with the programming?
Awesome.
How's it going with
C++? It's going well.
It's
going well. I must say I'm just a toddler in the C++, but I'm just trying to get the grasp of it. Great. And I'm sure I'm going to get it, and I'm going to master it soon. I'm looking at Charlton. I like to speak like him eventually, but I'll get there eventually. Thank you.
Of course you will. Of course you will. We all started off somewhere, right? So, and before you walk, you crawl. Crawl, walk, run, and then you fly, right? Take it like that in terms of programming. And today I'm going to show you another trick. I'm going to give you another strategy to help you with your programming, right? Well, it's actually it's artificial intelligence. Tato, I'm not sure if you heard of Chat GPT. Have you?
Yeah, I have heard of it. So I'm a president of a club. So now and then we do discuss about this technological breaks. So yes. I heard about it from one of the speeches. So I am aware of it.
Great. Have you used it in C++, codeblocks, with CodeBlock?
So when I'm practicing and then I can't find what's wrong with my program, I just create my program and then put it there, and then it'll just try and show me where I'm going wrong, and then I'll go back and fix it. So that's how I've been using it.
That's lovely. But it doesn't have a conversation like you and me, does it?
No.
Okay. So there's still room for me as a teacher, right? And there's still I still have a job, right? Okay.
Yeah,
so.
No.
Anybody else has used Chat GPT, artificial intelligence in programming? Anyone? No. Okay, so let's spend 5 minutes doing that, right? So because I feel I need to equip you with strategies. That's what I'm talking about, strategies. Charlton, can you see my screen? I'm going to share my screen now, Charlton.
Okay, it's loading.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, great. So Charlton, I'm sharing my screen and it says chatopenai.com, and Tato has mentioned that he's used ChatGPT. So here I'm going to ask ChatGPT a question, and I'm going to say, act as a programmer. Right, I'm going to be a little bit more specific, and I'm going to say act as a C++ programmer and write a program to display hello world. Charlton?
Yeah.
Check it out. Tato, check it out.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
I see
It
it.
says, here's a simple C++ program that displays hello world on the console. In this program, we include the IOStream header file to use standard out as an object, which is responsible for outputting text to the console inside the main function. We use standard out to print hello world message. Finally, we use return 0 to indicate that the program has executed successfully. So, Pato, right? Now, I don't believe Chat GPT, right? I'm going to copy this. You know, in my classes, you can copy and paste, right? So I'm going to copy that, Control C, and then I'm going to open up codeblocks. I'm going to open up a brand new program, Control V. Aren't I a fast typist, Marianne? Marianne.
Most impressive.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So let me run the program, all right? Let me run the program, build and run. Check it out, check it out. What do you think of that? Marianne? Marianne.
Most impressive.
Most impressive. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's do something a little bit more complicated, right? In
Yes,
my
sorry,
quiz
mummy
that I
speaking.
had, in my quiz, I want Chat GPT to say, act as a C++ programmer and write a program to input a number and process and compute the square of a number. Then, or let's say compute and display the square of a number, right? Let's be a little frugal with our words. Compute and display, display, display the square of the number. Now, Marianne, if you did my quizzes, this should be familiar. Marianne.
Yes, it was
what?
the thing. Yes, it was the thing that came out 10. I remember that. There were 2 questions in that particular thing. It was the one about the functions.
Yes.
Because the first thing was the square root and the second thing was the cube root.
Yes, yes, both were 10. Correct, right? Now, you see as a teacher how I set you up for my lesson on a Saturday. I put in those cognitive structures on those hooks. So now when I'm talking about it, you can say, hey, see, this is what you'll miss with artificial intelligence. Charlton, what do you think about this program, Charlton?
looks good.
Looks good, but we don't trust it, right? We want to see if it works.
Yeah,
right?
of course.
Of course, right? We are so skeptical about artificial intelligence. You know, we watched the Terminator movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Rise of the machine.
Rise of the machine. So let's go and copy this. Let's copy this. I marked the text. I selected all of it. I say Control C. I open up my code blocks. Oh, this is too simple program. Let's Control A, delete that, Control V. Here we go. And once again, I'm such a fast typist, right? So can you see the way the program has been written in artificial intelligence? It's got prompt the user to enter a number. There's my input. If you watched any of my old videos, well, not old, a couple of months ago, there's my computation, my processing that takes place, and there's the display, right? So artificial intelligence is basically mimicking the way a program is structured. Let's go and build and run this, right? Compile, build and run. Enter a number, right? I've got all of you on the call out here. Let me through my mind techniques and my powers of persuasion request a number from all of you. Charlton, I want you to give me a number that I'm thinking about. And Charlton, let's make life easy. The number is between 4 and 6. Let me see if you're thinking about the same number as me and Marianne and Tato.
I would say 5.
Hey, Tato! Charlton, 5! That's exactly what I was thinking about too. Tato, are you there?
Yes, no, I'm here. Yes.
Were you also thinking about 5, Tato?
I was thinking of 4.
Oh, man. Marianne, were you thinking of 5, Marianne?
No, you said number, not integer, so I was thinking of 5.5.
Oh, man. There we go. It has to be Marianne to go and look at it. Okay, right, let's start this again. Declaring variable to be integer, a number between, an integer number between 4 and 6. Marianne?
Okay, 5.
Hey, you know, these programming students, you got to declare everything up front. Wow, check it out, It worked, right? It worked. Now I hope you are picking up something new over here. There's this Chat GPT. Look at this, right? Now I'm going to ask Chat GPT. I'm going to ask it, because you notice there's no function in there, right? There's no function in there. Let's go say, I'm going to say, act as a C++ programmer to write, oopsie, I'm spelling around, I've got a spelling error there. Act as a C++ programmer to enter a number, or let's say input a number, because we want to talk programming now, to input a number, and using a function, the program must compute and display the square of the number. Let's see what happens here. I'm doing this in real time, and I hope that ChatGPT is fine with that. It's working. Right. Check it out, Charlton, Marianne. Marianne.
I'm here. I'm just trying to see what you're.
Man, I'm excited, and I've done this a couple of times before. Tato. Hello. Tato.
Yeah, no, I'm here. I'm
Tato,
just following.
In your next group, you know, you said you had a group of like-minded programmers, and you'll start talking about ChatGPT and all that. Go and impress them with this, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so basically, I hope I'm comfortable in my, in my profession as a programmer to take, help from ChatGPT. So here we go. So I'm going to copy this program now. I requested it with a function in there, right? I'm going to copy that, right-click, copy it, and I'm going to paste it into codeblocks. So let's do a Control A. You notice this program did not have a function in it, right? Well, it has. Name is the function. You can think of it like that, but it did not have one to do the square, right? It was working in line 11. So Control A, delete. Control V. Oops, did I copy a whole lot of things in there? Right. Check it out. There's my function. So one of the reasons for me talking to you about using ChatGPT is that I want you to become independent programmers. And there are tools out there for you to assist you with your programming and to assist you with your learning as well. Now, if we have time, I can also talk to you about research and journal articles and literature reviews and summarizing articles, but that's not part of the course, right? Marianne will say, but you know what, you're wasting my time. You're talking about research. I'm only worried about C++. Right, Marianne?
I think both have their place.
Okay, both have their place, right? But let's check it out. What do you think about this, Marianne? So I'm going to run this program and see if it works. Oopsie, what did I do? Marianne, I went to age. Oops. All right, so let's run the program to see that it works. Just a minute, I'm just stop sharing. I lost my program. Press any key to continue. Let's do a new share. Codeblocks. Right. There we go. There's my program here. Right. So here's my program. Charlton, have you learned something new today in the last 20 minutes that we've been talking?
Yep.
It was worth your time, right? Worth your Saturday morning.
Yes, it has.
Thank you. So, Marianne, what about you, Marianne?
Yeah, I'm looking at this whole thing and just wondering, because the thing is, in the long run, the program is only as good as the programmer. So what always just worries me about these open AI things is, there's always that little bit of uncertainty. Does this really work 100%? And the longer your program gets, the harder it is to proof check what it spat out for you.
Yes, yes, I hear you, I hear you, I hear you. But like I said, it's a tool, Marianne. It's a tool to assist you as a programmer. It's a tool to assist you as a student, right? That's why I'm showing it to you. And there's the debate, it's still taking place between should we use it, should we not use it, should we teach the students, should we not teach the students? But I feel I love technology and I love making my life easier. So let's say, Marianne, you have a question for me and I'm not available, which I'm not available 24/7. I teach other students as well. But there's a online assistant basically to help you with programming. So let's say, for instance, I asked you to calculate the cube root of a number and I wanted you to use a C++ program to do that. If I'm not available, you can use Chat GPT, right? So let's phrase a question. By the way, let's run this program to see that it works. Let's run the program. Enter a number. I'm entering a number like 3. 3 cubed is 3 squared. Sorry, is indeed 9. Right? Right. That's correct. So one of the quiz questions in our let me go to my quiz that I did with you guys. And Miriam quite correctly pointed out the answer. And the answer was. Let me go to the quiz. There's the maths quiz there. Right, so, oh, I've got 92 attempts. Check it out, check it out. Marianne, Charlton. Right, let's have a look.
Following.
Let's see who's the champion. Who's the champion there? Michelle Neatling. She did it in 42 seconds. Wow. Ryan did it in 41 seconds. Okay, I just have fun with you all, right, Marianne, about the time story, right? Okay. Marianne.
Still here?
Marianne, I just have fun with you all about maths and quizzes and all that goes with it, right? Okay. 199, the other quiz. Oh, excellent. And I just have fun as well, where I put you under pressure. And you must remember, Marianne and Charlton, I think we discussed this without the recording. In an exam, they also test you on how fast you can do something. So if it's a 2-hour paper, you have, let's say, 120 marks. You know, you got to work out how many minutes you got to spend per mark. Let's say if it was 120 marks, 120 minutes, that means a minute a mark, basically, right? And you got to also take into consideration, if it's an online exam, you got to log in, you got to make sure that your internet is working, and at the end of the exam, you've got to upload the PDF file to the server. So that's why I'm testing you on, on getting used to this time story, right? So let's go look at Maths Quiz 2. When I asked you some questions out there. So if you look at it, it says square root. Oh, you know that's too easy now, right? Let's do the next one. All right, check it out here. There we go. So in this example, I used a function called cuberoot, CBRT. This is a maths function. So Marianne, if you look at the question, you see, as a teacher, I got to have an objective in mind. What is it that I am testing you? What is it that I want you to learn? And if you notice...
I'd say about the extra directive.
I beg your pardon?
The C-maths. The extra include statement.
Wow! Hey, you are too good. You're on the roll. We're on the same wavelength. Check it out. Exactly. That's what I wanted you all to pick up. That for me to use CBRT, I needed to have included the CMath library. Charlton, did you pick it up like Marianne?
Yeah.
Are you as clever as Marianne?
Marianne is lightning fast.
Hey,
So,
lightning fast.
I picked it up a second or two after. Yeah. I get it now.
You get it now. Tato, did you pick it up, Tato? Tato, put your mic on, Tato.
Sorry. It's been 2 years. No, I didn't pick it up as fast as Marianne, but after she mentioned it, I saw it now.
Marianne, you're too fast, Marianne. Right? You're fast.
Okay, shall I be quiet?
Yeah, no. Good. You keep the guys on the toes now, right? Right. Let's see, who else is there? Anybody else wants to talk? Anybody else picked it up that I'm testing you on the include C math function? Anybody else picked it up? I can't seem to see the participants in Zoom, so I'm not sure. Who else wants to talk? Who picked it up that I'm testing you on the C math? There's quite a few, but there's Abdul there, there's Basit Sani, Tato. Who picked it up? Okay, anyway, Marianne, you were the first one, Marianne, so well done, Marianne. Thank you, right? So that's what I was testing you on that, right? I wanted you to see whether you can identify that if I excluded the C math function, then I was unable to find the cube root of the number, right? And Marianne, I'm not sure if you noticed that I had it as a picture, so people couldn't copy and paste it into the code blocks to run it. Wasn't that clever of me, Marianne? Tato?
Sorry, sir, I didn't catch that. You broke up a bit there.
Oh, okay. I put it as a picture. You can't copy and paste. You can't copy. You can't.
That was clever.
Thank you. Right. Okay. So, by the way, I noticed that in the WhatsApp group as well, people were asking about the random function and the C time. So they hadn't picked up that they needed to include a particular class library. Right? Now, okay. Let's say, for instance, I want to check up with Chat GPT whether we can do this cube root story, right? Right. Let's go to Chat GPT. Let's go to Chat GPT. We're going to ask Chat GPT. I got to say act as a C++ programmer because I got to be specific. It could have given me a program in C, in Java, and JavaScript, and I want it specifically in C++. So I said act as a C++ programmer.
That's an interesting question, sir. If you didn't specify what language you wanted to program in, what would GPT spit out as a default?
All right, let's do that, right?
I think it uses C#, or it just gives you Python, gives you like 3 programming languages, and it doesn't specifically gives you C++.
Okay, right. So I'm not sure, right? I don't believe you. That was Tato or Charlton? Tato, thanks for the reply there, but let's say I'm not believing you, right? I have the suspicious mind, right? So I'm going to try it out. Let's see if it works. Act as a C program, to enter the number and compute the square of the number, right? Tato, you don't mind, Tato? I'm just going to answer Marianne's question, right?
No, of course.
Yeah, and also Tato, I don't know the answer, so I have to check whether it's Chat GPT can give it to me. Huh? Yay! I made a joke. I do have a sense of humor. I've got to tell my wife about a sense of humor. She thinks I don't. Right. Let's see. Oh, guess what? It's given me a C++ program again because I assume because I used it used it before. All right.
Oh, it's reading your mind.
I think it did. Right. But for fun's sake, let's go and do a C program, right? Let's say write a Java program. I used to love Java. Write a Java program. Write a Java program. Java program to enter a number and display the square of a number. Right, so now I'm saying Java. I did Java programming some time ago. There we go. Marianne, what do you think about that, Marianne? Oh, this brings back memories. System out, print line, enter number, double number.
Oh, so I don't know, maybe it means something to one of the gentlemen. I know nothing about Java.
No, me too. I don't know. Okay, I do know. I shouldn't be saying that. Oh my, it's recorded. But Marianne, do you understand where I'm coming from in terms of programming and asking a question, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there we go, right? Let's leave Java alone. We don't want to do that, right? Let's say act as a C++ programmer and write a program to enter a number and then compute and display the cube root of the number, right? Oops, displays went wrong. Let's do that there. So Marianne, would you use this, Marianne?
Yeah, sorry, the screen's like a little bit small for me, so I keep having to enlarge it to try and see what's here. So that's why it's a little bit
slow. Are you
slow.
working off your cell phone?
Yeah, I am.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, from.
There we go. Check it out, Marianne. Check it out. Now, Marianne, you'll notice it includes CMath. If you don't get grips, I'm pointing out to you in terms of a programmer and as a student. If you don't know the theory behind why I have to include CMath, then this program written by artificial intelligence, it won't make sense to you. In my view, that's what it is, right? You'll also notice it has there's this double float integer. Remember we had a joke earlier on, Marianne, right? So let's run this. Let's copy this program. Let's copy the program. And oops, let's copy it and put it into code block. Let's see if it runs. By now I don't need to bet with you. Tato, it should run, huh? Right, Control A, delete that, Control V, there's the program, cube root. Let's build and run it. What's the error message there? CBRT is not a member of standard. CBRT. Oh, there we go. CBRT is not a member of standard. Yeah, it's a member of CMaths. But I got include CMath here. Let's take that out. CBRT, compile it in this program. Oops, there we go. I don't need that. I copied that incorrectly. And is it running? All right, build it. There we go. Let's enter a number. Marianne, can we do our trick again, right, Marianne? Tato? Charlton?
Any number.
Any number that you want, but it must be an integer and the number must be between 26 and 28.
27.
Give me 21.
Yeah. 27. Hey, I'm too good. Marianne, did you think of the same number, Marianne?
No.
Oh, Marianne, how could you not think of the same number, Marianne? Tato,
I'm a nonconformist.
I can see that. Tato, check it out what Marianne is doing. You know, she's making sure that she's stressing me out. Okay, let's do it again, Marianne. Think of an integer that's between 26 and 28.
27.
Thank you, Marianne. Right, and the cube root of 27 is 3. Excellent, lovely. There we go. Right, so it gave me the right answer. But now you notice there was an error. Unfortunately for me, lucky I was able to correct that error. Otherwise, Marianne would have thought, oh my God, I'm not worthy to be a tutor and all of it, right? Right, so there we go. I sorted that out, right? All right, any questions? Tato?
There's a question that's been
I
posted in
think
the chat.
Mulu was asking. Oh, yeah.
In the chat, there's a question for you.
Oh, sorry. I don't read the chat.
Yeah.
Why is it not using directive at the top?
They're using namespace directive on top instead of using standard C out, standard C in, and so forth.
Lou, you want to unmute and talk to us? Because Tato is here. Tato wants to answer the question.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I was asking why is the output from Chat GPT not using, they're using namespace standard on top instead of it using standard C out, standard C in every time It wants to use
Yeah. So what you're saying, I must say using what is it, namespace?
Yeah, namespace standard.
Yeah, so namespace std, right? Is that what he's talking about? So if I use namespace standard, then I don't have to have this anymore. Thank you for that, Imlu. Thank you for that, Imlu. Right, so at least there's a job for me over here, right? Oh, right. Thank you. There we go. And let me take out standard there, right? Marianne, you didn't pick up on that, Marianne? We're not using.
No, I'll confess I didn't.
So you learned.
Slow in my old age.
Emlu, you caught Marianne out. Tato, check it out. Yeah, right. So there we go. We found a little limitation to Chat GPT. It's not taking into account using namespace standard, right?
So would this tie up with your background there? Because
yes,
using namespace std, you would have to what am I trying to say? Okay, you won't have to constantly mention std,
correct.
Which will leave you in a space where you can make more errors.
Correct.
By typing as compared to just using namespace, and you just do see out whatever, CN and everything.
It saves you time as well if you're using namespace std.
Yes.
So
yes, exactly.
So Chat GPT is just flexing its muscles.
Yeah, bo.
Okay.
Thank you, Umlu, for that comment. I'm so glad. This is the whole point of having a Zoom lesson with you guys. We have talk, we learn from each other, and and we get to hear Marianne and Tato and Umlu and Charlton. Right. Any other questions? Thomas, tell me about the chat and all that thing. I don't want to look at the chat. I must remember that. Yeah, at the top, right. I sorted out your question in blue. Right. Any other questions? Now, I'm not.
Sir.
Yes, who's? Go ahead.
Abdul speaking.
Abdul, hello, Abdul. How are you?
I'm good, thanks, and yourself?
I'm excellent now that you are asking me a question. How can I help, Abdul?
I'm about to ask about one of the libraries or the header files. There's one called, is it C standard or C something library? And it caters for, I think, the absolute value and stuff. So could it be associated with the CMath, or it's a header file on its own?
The ABS library function.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So you want to find out ABS, you told me, right? ABS. Right? There we go. Now, there's another trick I'm going to show you about code blocks. So you're not sure about what ABS is. All I know is that you told me, from what you told me now, Abdul, that it's an absolute value. You'll notice when I type it in, I'm still sharing my screen. Can you see it tells me out there, it gives me a little hint as to what I want to use. And it also tells me what the value needs to be, right? What type of, whether it's double, integer, float. So let's go and run this ABS. And I don't know what the answer is going to be, but let's run this thing. Let's compile it and run it. So enter in a number, and Abdul, I'm going to enter in -5, right? -5. Oops. Well, the cube root of -5 is not 5. I got to change that. Sorry.
No, that's not true.
No, I have to ensure this thing. ABS or LUT, absolute value of. Let's run it again. Give me Abdul. Give me any number that you can think of.
Yes, sir.
Any number between -4 and any number.
-4 and I'll give you -1.
Oh man, I said -4 and -6, man. Abdul,
sorry,
-5.
I didn't hear you properly. I'll give you a
-5.
-5 will do.
Okay, -5 will do. Thank you.
Sure.
The absolute value of -5 is 5. Yay! Don't you know that, Abdul? Am I right, Abdul? Right?
You are
Abdul.
correct.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Only thing, my program is a bit faulty over here, right? I wrote down double cube root equal ABS, right? That's why it's nice as a programmer to have generic variables. Let's put the word answer there, right? So now I can use the same program, have answer. What do you think about that, Miriam? Miriam? Tato, what do you think about that? Abdul?
Well,
Abdul,
it is. My worry here is, okay, I'm seeing you use this absolute value without including that header file. I'm not sure. So does it mean
no, there's
it's
a
not
header
really
file here.
necessary
There's it
for
here.
us
There's it here.
to?
Let's take it out, right?
So it
Let's take
still
it
works
out.
under CMath.
There we go. Yeah, you need CMath.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's not, is it C standard library or something like that? There's one header file that I was reading through the notes and it spoke about the C standard library. That's where the ABS is supported or something like that.
Oh, okay. But this version of my code blocks, I need the library function, right? Okay.
Okay.
Right. Does that answer your question, Abdul? Right.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, great. By the way, as a teacher, I'm also supposed to show you a tip with a positive number, right, Abdul? I can't just show you that it works for a negative number, right? Let's just run it with 5 now, right? Okay, Abdul, give me any number between 4 and 6. An integer, you know, Marian will say 5.5.
I was also going to go for that 5.5, but we'll do 5.
But I told you integer, Abdul.
No, now that you said integer, I'm going for 5. But
Okay.
before you were like a number between 4 and 6.
Hey,
So
yeah,
5.5 is still between.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, my students are too technical, they're too clever, right? Okay, so there we go. The absolute value of 5 is 5, right? Excellent. Now,
Yes,
Abdul, this is how programming you must think, right? You want to put a number, and that will help you in terms of what you need to declare it as, right? So minus 5.5 will also work. Now, in terms of assisting you, I know Tato said that he's starting off with programming. So you do it for one program, right? One value in the program. And if you want to repeat this a number of times, then you put in a loop, right? So you have a loop variable running out there.
Yes.
But we'll do that at another time, right? So all I wanted to talk to you all today was about this Chat GPT to assist you as a tool. And I wanted to answer any questions from you. And I spoke to you about functions, having fun with functions. And more specifically, we used functions that were written by other people, right? So if you notice, Abdul, this ABS function, it's written by somebody else, right? Some other clever programmer wrote it, and we are just copying it and using it. But my question to you, Abdul, is, if I did not have the ABS function, right? If I did not have the ABS function,
Yes.
how would I have written the program without the ABS?
Okay, if I'm to think, I think you're going to create your own function, and then you'd have maybe 2 negatives multiplying within the body of the function, because a negative times a negative gives you or always returns a positive. So whatever it is that you would do within the body of the function, you'll make it a point that it's 2 negatives multiplying for it to bring out a positive number. That's what I'm thinking.
That's a nice way of thinking. But Abdul, what if the number was indeed 5? That means it's not a negative. I don't need to multiply it by anything.
Okay. In that case, we would have conditional statements also within the function as well to say if it is less than 0, this is what you should do. Else, so you can use your if else statements or a switch statement depending.
Excellent. Now that's what I wanted to elude from you, right? I want to illustrate the answer that we need to have an if statement. So can you see, as a programmer, you got to think for the user, what if they entered this? What if they entered that? And as soon as you have a choice being made, Abdul, then you got to think about the if statement, right? Which is perfectly correct. Excellent. Well done. So you have been reading up and you know what it is, right? I was just testing you out there. Marianne, is he right, Marianne, in using the if statement?
Yeah, I was going to ask about that with the switch statement, because that wouldn't work because the switch statement only works with values. Or at least that's my understanding. It doesn't actually work with Boolean statements.
Well, you must remember, yeah. So I get what you're going at, right? We'll not get into the nitty-gritty technical, right? Let's just leave Abdul with where he is in terms of working that out. So Abdul, for homework, if you like, I know for fun, you could write a program to calculate the absolute value using the if statements, right? How's that, Abdul? Is that fun or what?
It sounds fun. It's definitely something I'll definitely try.
Thank you, Abdul. Thank you, Abdul. But don't go and tell everybody that for fun you're writing a C++ program.
Well, it's not for fun. It is an educational thing or process or exercise, if I may say. So I'm actually learning.
Of course you are. Of course you are. Great. Great. Tato, anyway, any comments about this absolute value versus the if statement, if else, all of that?
Yeah, no, so remember I'm still a toddler, so I'm learning. I'm learning as well. I'm just busy taking notes as well on my side.
Oh, excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm so happy for that, right? You're not a toddler anymore. Now you're becoming like a preschooler, right? Okay. By the end of the year, you'll be a like a Guinness programmer. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Tato. Anybody with another question for me? You want to test my knowledge? Yes, Marianne.
Yes, so about the IO stream thing, and then if you want to work with strings in your program, there's also a different directive, include string. Now, there was a slideshow that came down in the additional resources thing for COS 1511. And in this, it was actually saying that string was included under the IO stream directive. So you really need to include string in your, as a directive when you have strings in your program. Because the thing is, I've actually experimented without it, and it seems to work to me.
Yes.
But codeblocks is quite forgiving, isn't it? So
yes. I hear you. Long time ago, we used to have to include the directive, like you said, the string. But there are certain compilers that, like you say, it's quite forgiving. If you don't include that, you can get away with it, right? So I hear you. Now, in the exam, you must remember you don't have time to worry about what directive to include, what not to include, and all of it goes with it. And I noticed, again, my experience talking, they are a little more forgiving in terms of the way they write the questions. They will assume you to write a snippet of code, not necessarily the entire program. So you don't have to consider and worry about which libraries do I have, what libraries I don't need to include, all of that goes with it, right? You must remember this is an introductory module. MAM is not out there to trap you and are you using the include, are you not using the include, and you get it. So important point, strings appear in the exams. It has appeared in past year papers. Know the join, concatenate, replace a character in a string, and but we'll get there. I don't want to overwhelm you right now. As a teacher, we need to make sure that we do little at a time, right? So when the time comes, we'll talk about strings, and I'll have some programs to assist you in your understanding of that. Marianne, forthcoming attraction, what do you say? Marianne?
sorry, I was about to, somebody else I to speak there, so.
Oh, okay. Tato, what do you say about that, Tato? I'll keep you coming back for more and to watch my video so you'll know there's going to be a video on strings. Unless you want me to do it now.
Okay, one more question, sir, before you move on. Can I jump in? So when it comes to typecasting in C++, how would that work if maybe you'd want to change a double to an integer to whatever? So that typecasting, how would we do that in C++?
Okay. This is Abdul.
Yes, sir.
Right, Abdul. So let me put it to you this way. If you are not sure of what to declare your variable, make it a double, right? Because when you declare your number to be a double, it includes the integer part of it, right? Like Marianne earlier on said, the number that she was thinking was 5.5, right? Because I didn't specify integer or float or double, right? It has to do with the amount or the number or range in terms of your values that you can input. but if you want to be a kind of programmer that's really technical and you to ensure that a person enters in proper number, not when I say proper in terms of, let's say for instance your program is working on positions, you came out first, second, third, fourth, you didn't come out 1.5 or 2.5 in your race that you're running. So you will force the person to use an integer value as a input, right? So that's where I would say that you need to worry about. But now that you are starting off, Abdul, and you are introductory programmers, don't get too technical and caught up with all of that typecasting and changing from double to float and integer and all that goes with it. Does that help you in your answer, in my response to your question, Abdul?
I hear you. So for now, it's like I'm kind of worrying about stage 5, whereas I'm still at stage 1.
Yeah, load shedding stage 8. We still are.
True.
Abdul, don't take it one step at a time, man. Right? Okay.
So last question, sir. So
Yeah,
if I'm to take a double and an integer and maybe be it,
I lost you there. Uh-oh, you see, you're talking about load shedding. See what happened to him. Go ahead, repeat. Hello.
adding, dividing, whatever.
Abdul, we're losing you, Abdul.
Sorry, sir, I had a connection problem. Can you hear me now?
Okay, now I can hear you, yes.
Okay. You were saying, sir?
No, you were saying. What were you saying?
Oh, my question was, when it comes to a double and an integer, you find that I perform any operation, a mathematical operation, a double divided by an integer or a double plus an integer, my outcome will always be a double.
Yeah, if you can take it as a rule of thumb, basically, if you have double and integer, and you're going to get an integer out there, right? Unless you use the backslash or the div, but that's for another day for now, right? Today, all I want you as an introductory programmer to note is, if you are unsure of what your variable should be, make it a double. All right? Okay, Abdul, I'm not sure if you drink wine or anything like that. If you go to the bar and you say, listen, I'm not sure about how much to drink, just make it a double. Don't make it a single shot, right?
Sure.
Okay, you're going to remember that one. Right, Charlton?
Perfect.
Hey, I do have a sense of humor. I'm making my students laugh. Right. Okay, right. I don't want to, as a teacher, I got to be so careful about how I respond to you, because I don't want to overwhelm you in terms of you as a programmer, and I don't want you to deregister from the course and all of it, right? So that's why I got to give you little rules of thumb, but there are exceptions to this, right? But for now, as a beginner programmer, if you're not sure of what you need to declare your variable, if you're not sure whether to use integer or double, I'll say use double so that it caters for both. All right. Thank you for that question. Great. Anybody else? Next question. Anyone else? We're coming up to 5 to 1. Yeah.
Concerning the double and the float, are those two the same, or float is something different, or are they the same? Are they interchangeable?
They are. There's a difference between them. That's why they have wording in terms of it. Again, it's the number in terms of the range of values that you can take on with double and with float, and the amount of memory that would be allocated to it. But don't concern yourself with all of that right now. You can think of it as being used interchangeably in Blue. All right. You are, like I said, you are beginning. You're new to programming. I want you all to attain that assignment 2 mark. That's what I want you to do, right? I've assisted you in the previous videos, and I'm still waiting for feedback from the lecturer as to the corrections that needs to be implemented. Our strategy right now, Imlu, is make sure that you complete the assignment 2. It's due at the end of the month. It's now the 20th. We've got 11 days to go. So, keep that in the back burner. This thing about the float and the double and all of it, right? Okay, Imlu?
Okay, no problem.
Great.
Yes, thank you, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Any other questions? Speak now or forever hold your peace until next week, Saturday. Or like some of you are messaging me in between on the WhatsApp and all of it. Yeah. Talk to me. No more questions.
Seems we're good.
You're good? Okay, okay. Charlton, was it worth your Saturday morning spending an hour with me?
It was.
Ah, thank you. You made my Saturday. Marianne, are you cool with it? You okay?
Yep.
Have I
Thank
made
you.
up for last week making you wait for an hour for me?
It's not the hour that I didn't hun you. You know,
Oh.
the hour's fine. Just let me know.
Ah,
I was
so
like, I
spoken
don't
like
know,
a
maybe
true
it's just me
lady.
that's like control freakish, but I like
Yeah.
knowing what's going to happen when. So I don't know.
Okay, okay,
Maybe
cool.
the others have different views, but I just like
No,
knowing, you
I
know,
hear
what
you.
time
I
do
hear
we
you.
start?
Thank you. Right? Thank you. Tato, how are you doing, Tato? You cool?
No, I'm good. I appreciate this class. It was really, really interesting and informative. So I think I'm going to be coming back for more. Thank you for all this.
Lovely. You're more than welcome, right? And if you can't make it as well, don't panic. I record the lectures and I post it to my YouTube channel and I get lots and lots of views, right? So, but make sure you like it and subscribe to my channel as well, right? Again, just for fun, right, Marianne? Okay, right. If there's no more questions, can we call it a Saturday? And we say, enjoy Sunday. Make sure that you do assignment 2. It's due end of the month. Byron, hello, Byron.
Oh, good.
Byron, you have a question? Byron?
That's not.
That's not Byron. Byron, yes, Byron. Byron. Okay, Byron's gone. Right. Let's stop the recording. Thank you very much. I'll stay on for a few minutes because some of you are shy and you don't want to have your picture on YouTube.